So you might ask yourself, why am I making this video? Why am I talking about how this game is essentially the surreptitious, Obsidian surreptitious shade at Bethesda? Well, allow me to elaborate. The reason the Outer Worlds was created is because basically Obsidian went to Bethesda and asked them if they could make another Fallout game. They had some really good ideas they wanted to do in the next Fallout. Bethesda said no because they were working on Fallout 76. And I think that Obsidian got the better part of that deal in not getting another Fallout game under Bethesda. Because most people who are fans of the quote-unquote modern Fallouts will tell you that Fallout New Vegas is superior in every way, shape, and form to Fallout 3. And the reason that they'll tell you that Fallout New Vegas is superior to Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 is because Fallout New Vegas is just, yes, on a technical level, yes, the system is the engine is about as buggy as Fallout 3 was. And yes, Fallout 3 was buggy too. Don't let anyone tell you Fallout New Vegas was more buggy. Both of them were equally buggy. But, Fallout, as I said in previous videos, was originally created by Interplay. Leonard Boyarsky and Tim Kaine created Fallout, okay? They were part of the team that created that game. So, it's basically their baby. Their baby that was sold off to Bethesda, who have proceeded to create just consecutively shittier installments to the series. Fallout 3, on a technical level, was Bethesda aping in a very poor manner what they did with Fallouts 1 and 2. And then Fallout 4 is just trash. It's a good game. It's not a good Fallout game.
The one upstairs, where we store our medicine. In the town graveyard, I'm afraid.
Fallout 4 would probably be more acceptable if it was just a new IP rather than tacking Fallout to it, because it doesn't even really feel like a Fallout game. The lore is fucked up. The story that they told was trash. And if they just made that into an open world generic RPG, maybe a Starfield prequel, probably would have been better for everyone involved. But this is Bethesda. They haven't really been running their business all that well lately. So that brings me to my point, which is Obsidian essentially made this game, The Outer Worlds, as their answer to not being able to make a Fallout game. And, I'm going to be honest with you. This game is so much better than any of the Fallouts that I've played under Bethesda. It's in some ways it's better than Fallout New Vegas. It really is. It's definitely better than Fallout 4 and 3 and 76. Well, 76. I'm not even going to include 76 in this statement because Fallout 76 is so shitty that I don't even think that would be an issue. You know what I mean? Because Fallout 76 is just trash. So, this game is just, it's really good. It shows the potential of what could be done in this genre if it wasn't run by people who just did not give a fuck, imagine what could be done in the open world action RPG genre if more games were made like this, where they didn't focus so much on, we have to create a massive open world, and just did a series of smaller, relatively speaking, smaller, more intimate, and well-designed areas that you can go back to, and there's little quests and shit to do. The game would be a lot better, but we won't get that because, reasons. But, you get what I'm saying, right? Is that The Outer Worlds is basically kind of like Obsidian surreptitious FU to Bethesda. It's like, you took our baby and I mean, at this point, Bethesda can't come out with a new Fallout game for the next 10 years. I don't think. Like, we aren't going to see another Fallout game until the next decade. And I don't mean in 2020. I mean, like, in 5, 6, 7 years. If at all. Because, I mean, Fallout 76 was such a bad experience that I don't think it's going to get better in that regard. But, I mean, hell, who's to say Obsidian won't be able to turn this into into a franchise? You know, where we get something that's like Fallout, but better and made by the people who have a vested interest in not fucking up the IP and milking it into the ground in order to pay off people. You know, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. So, with that being said, I guess I'll talk about what I would like to see in the future of the Outer Worlds now that I've beaten it once, started a new playthrough and all that type of stuff. So we'll get to that after the cut. So basically, I'm just going to say it right now. I would love to see in the future of the Outer Worlds, you know, not the immediate future. In the immediate future, I would love to see some post-game content. That would be awesome to me. I would love to see some post end game content. What I mean by this is you beat the game, but then there's extra shit added to it, expansions, if you will. In old school conventions, no one really does expansions anymore except MMOs. But back in the day, it was a big thing to play RPGs like this and have expansions. I would love to see some. I would love to see maybe some new planets added, or another solar system, or whatever. That would be fucking awesome. And since you have skip drives in this game, that would actually make kind of sense within the lore of the game. What else? That's my immediate thing. Expansions to the combat. Maybe some new areas, some new side quests. Maybe fingers crossed, some modding support. That type of thing. As far as the superlative future, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, I'd love to see a sequel to this game. I think that would be fucking awesome to have a sequel to the Outer Worlds. Bigger, better. They can keep the same general format of, not really open world. It's a series of smaller gamer spaces to explore, but like having more of them, having more little special things you could do. That'd be awesome to me. That would be the shit, if you will. So with that being said, I'll give my conclusion after the cut. So my conclusion is going to be short and to the point. Basically, the Outer Worlds, in my opinion, is Obsidian showing their chops and showing why. I mean, when it comes to Western RPGs, BioWare has gone to shit. Bethesda has gone to shit. But Obsidian's still firing on all cylinders. And mostly because, I hate to say this, because Obsidian never got too big. They had to, they knew that they had to keep their budgets under control and keep their games, at a certain level in order for them to do well. You know what I mean? And, it's a smart thing. It's a cool thing to know that you have to keep your shit together. So with that being said, I hope that Obsidian under Microsoft, now that they own them, stays on top. I hope Microsoft doesn't fuck them up like they did Rare and Ensemble Studios and Lionhead. With all that being said, you can reach the channel through Gmail at mrredfoxbsbusters@gmail.com, on Twitter at Matthew Wesley, at mrredfox91. And we also have a Discord server, but just send me a request for the link and I'll send it to you because I don't want too many people on the Discord server. So with that being said, that's the end of the video. Remember, rate, comment, share, subscribe. What do you think about the Outer Worlds? What do you think that it could possibly do that basically that's not being done in most games today? And, you know, what do you like? What do you dislike? And why? With that being said, I'm very active in the comment section, so if you have legit things to say, I'm with you. With that, peace, good night, bye.